to Spiritual Exploration. Today we're going to do our annual prediction show, Astrological Predictions, and this one will be for the year coming up, 2016. And with me is our resident astrologer, Deborah Rose, who always comes on and gives us all the predictions that we can use for the following year and hopefully make it a good one. Welcome, Deborah.
Thanks, Christine. Great to be here again.
Yeah, it's always great to have you.
Thank you so much.
So in the meantime, we are pressed for time, so I'm going to let you just start and let's go.
Sure. Okay, hi everybody. Great to be back again. And let's start out. Everybody always calls me and leaves messages about Mercury retrograde. So this year, lucky us, we get 4 rather than our usual 3. So Mercury retrograde, we're going to start the new year January 6th with Mercury going retrograde in Aquarius, only 1 degree Aquarius. So those very early January Aquarians, like January 20, 21, 22, 23 are going to feel it the most. And then it ends on January 26th in Capricorn. It backs up 15 degrees into Capricorn. The next Merc retro will begin April 29th, affecting Taurians, all of us, but of course these signs get it a little bit stronger. And on May 23rd, it goes forward at 14 degrees Taurus. August 31st, 29 degrees Virgo, Mercury begins to back up and then stops September 23rd at 15 degrees Virgo. December 20th, Mercury is at 15 degrees Capricorn and backs up, January 9th, it stops and it's in 28 degrees Sagittarius. So it goes a little bit into 2017. Now, let's talk about our eclipses. Some years we also get hit with just too many eclipses. This year, we've got some solar-lunar eclipses. Remember, they come in pairs, a solar then a lunar. The first solar eclipse is March 9th, 2016. And the lunar, the pair, begins March 23rd, 2016. The next set of eclipses, the solar, September 1st. The lunar, September 16th. Now, Pisces and Virgo will get direct hits and be most affected by those signs. But all of us have the sign Pisces and Virgo somewhere in our charts, so we will be affected. But Pisces, Virgo, watch those eclipses. Eclipses are harbingers of change, guaranteed change. Let me give you an example of an eclipse. So for 10 years, let's say you've been trying to lose weight, and then suddenly something happens to the Piscean or the Virgo. What could happen? You could wind up in the hospital. You could fall over a new nutritionist. Someone could inspire you. Your mind would finally click in. The discipline is finally there. The opportunity is there. No matter how the universe gets you to do what you're supposed to do, you will get there. Now, that's just an example. It could hit any area of our life. Where the eclipses hit, it depends on how your chart is set up by your birth time. So, for example, let me just play devil's advocate because these are the questions that I get during the year. So let's say I'm a Cancer and Leo got the eclipses. Well, what if you're born a Cancer with your sun sign, but your moon, your Venus, your Mercury is in Leo? Obviously, then you would be set up to have the effects of the eclipse. So again, it's great to do a chart, a full chart by your birth time, day, place, and astro.com. I think I've given this to you before. Astro.com is a free site. Put your information in, and then you'll see what you're made of, let's say. All right, so we're going to start the year. Once again, we're going to start with Aries, and let's see where we're going to go. So Aries, let's talk about love first, since you guys are pretty impatient. And you're so strong in a sense that you kind of throw caution to the wind and move into those love affairs and then figure out whether or not they work. So love, well, when Jupiter moves from Aries into Libra, which is your polar opposite sign this year, from the solar 6th to the 7th house, this could mean love. The 7th house is not romance. It's a committed relationship. Committed relationships, partnerships, etc. Especially April-born Aries. You're going to finally meet your match. The first lunar eclipse on March 23rd is going to highlight partnerships. Clear the air, slow down. You're going to attract someone new for sure. But I need you to put an end to any old relationships and bad relationships. Whatever you do, this is a banner year for Aries. Just be honest with yourself and others. Love and social life this year is going to be exciting. Many Aries have been revamping life, new images, taking care of their health, changing careers. Well, good for you, Aries. It's time. Some Aries are going to go through a bit of a spiritual awakening and look to the unseen world for answers. Near-death experiences. Why? Because you've got Pluto on the midheaven. And also the passing of our loved ones sometimes bring us to a conscious journey where we say, I want to know what's on the other side. I want to know about what's unseen. I want to know why the things in my life happen. So good for you, Aries. And those of you that are hanging on to bad marriages, bad relationships, I think you're letting go this year. Let's talk about health. As we said, new diet, new body. Interestingly enough, Aries may have some surgeries this year. I think all of them are going to go fairly well. Some for health, others for beauty. And that trend is going to continue. Now, you've started it already. Let's see. It started in November of 2015, and it's going to go right through the new year of 2016. So good for you. Let's talk about work. New, beautiful, and inspired you. Well, you're going to be seeking promotions, increases, education, new careers, independence, anything that gives you recognition. And you're going to get it. Many areas will need some checkups around September. Why? Stress, long hours, too much partying, bad food, all of these things could be the problems. Let's talk about money a little bit. Well, slow and steady with money this year, Aries. You know, Aries, I always say, puts money in one hand and makes it fly out the other. No major moves, just slow and steady progress for what you want to do in your career, what you want to do as far as your education. Money, there's a steadiness here, but don't go spending it as soon as you get it. Avoid restlessness and reckless behavior. Let's focus on increase through education and a slow climb up the ladder. Remember, education doesn't have to be formal. It can be education in whatever it is you're doing. Any type of learning is going to add to your income and worth. Many Aries who work in corporate America are going to experience mergers, acquisitions, some changes in their workplace through politics and big business. Next one we're going to do is Taurus. Well, you're still getting a lot of support from family members, and that's good. Jupiter's in Virgo right now, and that trines your sun. And it's going to be there until September 10th, 2016. Your love lives have been seriously tested for quite a while now. Many Taurians have divorced. Some tried and true loves have most certainly survived. Others, unfortunately, have had to make peace with staying for the kids, for finances, and you know Taurus is all about family and security. But love may begin to awaken for many Taurians this year. You may decide you finally want the real thing again. What did we learn from the past? Taurus, being a Venus-ruled sign, can get too caught up in sexual magnetism. So make sure that we've learned this from the past. Did you know that there's a psychological study that says that intense sexuality and drive and pull towards each other in most relationships without a foundation only lasts 1 year. Taurians tend to be fertile, so maybe you got pregnant the first time around, maybe you believed you would bring the magic back, but if you don't build a friendship, if you don't have something in common, if you don't have mutual respect, and if you need a partner, obviously, who is psychologically fit for relationships, and you too also have to be psychologically fit. So that's the new you. True love is deeper and will last a lifetime. Romance, well, it's a great year for dating. It's a great year for finding new people. But next year is going to be better for committed relationships and marriage. Now, it could very well be that you find them this year. and they make it through the whole year. I hope you take the whole year. They make it through the whole year, and then maybe next year you could deepen something. Love can happen when learning, healing, in spiritual or career settings. This is where you can find new love. Much of your pain in love has led you to spiritual healing practices. Well, keep this up. Balance, peace, and healing are also themes this year. Let's talk about health a little bit, Taurus. Many Taurians are sporting a new look, are changing their appearance, and this is a good year to strengthen your physical weaknesses. It's a great year to see a nutritionist. It's a great year to give up sugar, since Venus rules sugar. I want you to be careful of upper respiratory issue this year. You know, Taurus rules the neck and the throat. Those are always areas of concern. So the other thing, too, be careful with liver, which actually gets a square to you. Kidneys, which is also Venus ruled. Keep alcohol, drugs, and toxins to a minimum. Eat clean. And you'll start feeling better, maybe dropping weight, getting more fit, and getting into that new you. Let's talk about home a little bit. Again, Taurians love their home. Many Taurians have been making home changes, renovating, bringing in relatives, babies leaving for school. We have a lot of concerns here with parents, family, elders. There might be some health concerns with loved ones, any loved ones. Maybe you have friends who live with you. It could be family, friends, children, people in the home as well as outside. Those are going to be areas where Taurians are putting some attention and time into. Increases in our family may happen as well. So be careful with pregnancy, Taurus. You certainly want to have a planned pregnancy. But children, grandchildren, pets are babies too. Pets could come into our home this year. Those of you that have businesses with pets, maybe you're expanding your businesses. Let's also watch our bones this year. It seems to be a beginning of a 5 or 6 year trend where you might be weakening your bones, or maybe you need to take a little extra care of them this year. Money will certainly be on the increase for you. Your ideas may have paid off in 2015. It looks to be a creative year for a Taurus. And it looks like it started at the end or middle of 2015. So let's keep going. Even if you have to make adjustments along the way, good for you. It's a good year to pay down debt. Now remember, you've got a lot of renovating and home stuff going on too. So a lot of that new money is going to be going towards family and home. Okie dokie. So Gemini. Well, Gemini, holy smokes. You know, we have Saturn brand new now in Sagittarius. And that is opposing you, Gemini. So it's going to make you kind of tighten up your life, clean up a little bit, get a little more serious. But let's see. So you've been going through many, many relationship tests. Let's start there. It doesn't have to just be marriage. It could be close friends, and it could be business relationships also. Good will always survive. Remember that. Good people, good relationships, mutual respect, that's always going to survive. Poor connections are going to dry up this year and fall away. Let them go. Gemini can yabber so well that you can kind of keep people engaged. Don't do that. Don't waste your time on things that need to be let go. Saturn, I don't know why, no matter what the sign is, Saturn makes us cling to things that don't work anymore. So let that go. We find that this is not just love or friendships. This can also be habits. This can be home. This can be job. Anything that doesn't work. We say in astrology, Saturn takes away. Saturn is going to nudge you and show you what you should let go of this year. Please do. Don't mourn it, because the universe hates a void. So what will leave will be replaced with something better. Think positive. You're a mercurial sign, so you're ruled by Mercury. So remember those 4 Mercury retrogrades that I spoke about early in the show? Well, those are your rulers. Why are you getting the opportunity to rethink, redo, reconnect, rework? Because Saturn is building a new foundation once we get rid of the old one that no longer works for us. So on September 10th, Jupiter also moves into the 5th house of romance. And it could be a fun time, fun, freedom, socializing, light romances are highlighted. I will say many committed or dating Geminis may release current loves. they may choose to heal and move on. Saturn takes away. Saturn is also commitment, so if you do have something solid, you may take it a step further. Now, I would not marry this year, not with Saturn in your sign. I would just keep things the way you are and build on the relationship you have. If it's going to work, if there's something real there, we're not going to get those ultimatums like, well, give me a ring or else. So just remember that. The good survive a Saturn return or Saturn opposition, which is what you have. Money, let's talk about money. Well, money can be much more stable. I think money could be pretty uneventful this year, which is what we want after the past couple of years. September is going to be a good month for money, and many Geminis have been going through multiple job changes, bouncing all over the place, maybe educating yourself again, going through financial chaos. Maybe you're choosing to divorce. Balance and stability is on the way. Just take care of the relationships that no longer work, the jobs that no longer work, the situations that no longer work. Let's talk about your home. More happiness and stability at home. Many Geminis are going to be welcoming children, grandchildren, and new pets also. So good for you, Gemini. There's always a bright side to any transit. There might be celebrations in the home. There might be more people coming into your home. There might be more to celebrate. A lot of love and support around you as far as family and close friends. The September 1st eclipse in the solar fourth house can bring some stress, tension, and arguments around family and home. Remember, eclipses come in like bombs. So just try to stay calm, and this is something that will work out in time. Usually within the first 3 months of an eclipse, we work out whatever is bothering us or wherever the stresses are. So let's just be careful around that time, Gemini. Mercury, your ruler, yep, it's going to go retrograde 4 times this year. Usually it's 3 times. This signals deep thought, patience, and flexibility. Rethink, rework, regroup, redo. Solar Pluto is going to sit in your 8th house of death and transformation. So many of you have been experiencing passings in the family or friends or the endings of things. That trend might continue. The meaning of life, spirit, all of these things are deepening themes, letting go and allowing other people, other pets, other opportunities, new life. So let's think career, home, family, friends, recreation, all of these are Gemini themes, and let's go to health. Well, Gemini rules the lungs, the arms, and the shoulders. So let's pay attention to, I'm going to add heart, lung, sex organs, bladder, and bones this year. And that's Saturn rules your bones, so that's sort of why I'm doing that. Some Geminis might have surgeries. Others are moving towards functional or holistic medicine. If you're doing that, along with your classical, I'm not saying give up doctors. Go get your blood work, listen to the doctor, and then bring it to a functional medicine or holistic medicine. What else do they call it now? Integrative medicine. And let's see if maybe we can get off some drugs and onto some holistic medicines. All right, Cancer. Ready, Chris?
I'm ready. Got my pen, paper ready.
Okay, so many Cancers have been involved in long-term transformations. Long-distance moves, renovations, divorces, things like that. Well, that trend is still continuing through the rest of 2016. Now, depending upon when you began the transits, when you began your happenings, whatever these transformations are, you have to be willing to give up, let go, move on, and then if you started 5 years ago, maybe you're getting close to an end. If you started a year ago, you've still got some time to go through. The good news is that your visibility and your career are on the increase. Neptune in the 9th house is helping you dissolve old ideas, theories, and philosophies. You're growing spiritually and you're growing emotionally. Part of this growth hits the 7th house Pluto of marriage, partnership, and close relationships. We're becoming more attracted to individuals with a higher sense of self, a higher connection to the universe. The relationship themes are changing. What you were attracted to 10 years ago and what you want now are going to, this is going to change greatly. You're a good student this year. You want to learn, grow, travel. You want to evolve. That's a good thing. Let me say this too. Some of your attractions this year may have to do with people you can learn from. And I kind of like that. Health, let's talk about health. Once Jupiter enters Libra on September 10th, we need to care for our health. Now, the year before you get a health transit like this, you tend to get that feeling like, I believe it's time I should take care of myself. Now, some of you may have responded to that, maybe others not. Well, this year I can tell you, you're going to respond. Now, Cancer itself rules the stomach and the breast, so these areas are vulnerable, or this is where you should continue your checkups. Did you know that you have more neurotransmitters in your gut than in your brain? So gut health is key to lifelong health. Now, so what does that mean? Diet is key. Visit the doctor for blood work, add in a little homeopathy. Classical medicine is suggested along with clean diet, good food. And it's a must this year to clear the liver. Now, the liver is part of the digestive system. So just a little info. Licorice and milk thistle, the herbs, not licorice that you're going to go get in the candy store, can help you detox the liver. Many of you may be on a cleansing diet or a detoxification diet. That will help. Good idea to check for gut bacterias. Now, a doctor can set that up. Some of that is breath testing and some of that is blood testing. Bone scans are also suggested this year. This all comes in because the Jupiter in Libra is squaring your sun. So it tells you that anything that you've overdone in the past, any excesses may have been damaging the organs, and it's time to reset yourself this year. Cancer rules the 4th house of home. This is why we call Cancer the homebody. You know how it likes to sit in its shell and not come out? Well, it's self-protective.
That's true.
Yeah. You and your loved ones must care for health, not just you. You'll find that people in your family, whether your family is friends or whomever they are, everybody's going to be having some health concern around you. Maybe I was thinking about this and I said, good, now all of you can get on the right path. Some home renovations are going to be in order. I can see as this year begins, you're already thinking about that. Mm-hmm. Clean out, throw out, and then this year at some point you might be fixing up. Time for you, friends, loved ones to exercise. How about a little exercise party? Get up, get out, use your body. Also, when the home is restful, in order, peaceful and clean, your intuition this year could be very, very strong. You know, Cancer is being set up for some spiritual happenings or otherworldly happenings, or what we call ESP. The sixth sense could awaken on many of you this year. Did you know that Cancer is the sign of the natural medium? So the feeling of the other side is never very far from Cancer. Peace, cleanliness, and order in the home will help you relax and attune to the other side if you so choose. Know this too, your dream state is connected to the sixth sense, so those of you who do not choose might still have some very active dreams. Listen to them, write them down, keep a journal. You might be surprised. It might create some interest here. The 2 eclipses are going to affect your money this year. One is on March 9th, the other is on September 1st. Now, it may cause a shakeup or an argument in finances. It could bring about legal settlements. It could bring about legal arguments. But the root cause has the opportunity to move towards healing this year. And also, you have opportunity for increase in worth and money April and September, right after these eclipses hit. I have a little bit of a PS here. You will love to be with people, teachers, educated, specialists, philosophers. Your mind this year, you're going to get so lucky in meeting people who can help you grow, who can teach you something, and who can stimulate you. Eat clean, healthy, happy home, awaken to spirit. And here's the last one. New love might be on the way. Get yourself in order, and it doesn't matter if it takes 1 year or 2 years, but something might be cooking here for you. Okie dokie. Let's go to Leo. Now, Leo rules the heart, and the spine, or sometimes the bones in the spine. I'm going to go to your 6th house of health. Well, it's been looking pretty balanced this year. The past 3 years have made you clean up, heal, and prevent. So keep up the good work, and if you fall off the wagon, don't beat yourself up. You guys have a huge ego. Just get back on the wagon and go back into these positive directions. You can be very hard on yourself this year, and it's one of the themes I kept tripping over. So let's lighten up and be nice to ourselves. Pluto, remember Pluto's transformation. Pluto in the 6th house is going to make you aware also of the colon health. And we have to be careful of the colon and the sex organs. So I would say go for some tests and make sure that everything's in working order. Positive thinking also is going to help you reduce some stress this year that you might have. Let's go to the home. Well, we're still reeling from some losses the past 3 years. It's time to rebalance, and it's time to attach to joy. Maybe it was the passing of the elderly, or maybe it was the passing of a pet. I don't know what it was. But you can see you rebalancing this year. But what does this year bring? New babies, new grandbabies, new friends, new pets, new joy. Joy, that's a Leo kind of word. There's just a bit of a marker here not to take your work home with you. Take your work home with you, and you're going to kind of dirty up your home with office or work stress. Leave the stress, leave the difficulties or the responsibilities of work at work. Come home and enjoy your family and your home. Let's talk about money now. Well, the past 2 years you've been building, trying to increase your worth. You could have been building a business. You could have been learning new skills. So many entrepreneurs have taken off in the past 2 years, at least the beginning, and you know you're not always in the black. Well, this year, Leo, many of you have excellent support around you, and you could be increasing in money. Now, you have growth and goodness until probably September 10th, 2014. Now, when I say this, this has been a continuous path over the past 2 years.
2014.
2014, 2015, and until 2016. So I want them to understand that it's not something that stops and starts this year. You have been on this path for 2 years. Now, September 10th, 2016, a new trend will build. And that is our money is going to finally get better, become stable, increase. Do not look for glory yet. You know, Leo loves not just money. Leo also wants the glory. They want the fame. They want their name in lights. Well, that might be coming. I'll call it prestige for you corporate people. That's on its way. Just be happy this year that your money is increasing. So you see the difference here? They've been working towards building maybe a business or a career, and they get the money they want this year. But they may not have the title or the prestige yet, but that is coming. And that's coming in the next few years, by the way. Okay, so many Leos are now in love or married, and they will grow their homes and their families this year. For those looking for love and not in a new relationship yet, rather than your usual love at first sight kind of thing, let's deepen our thoughts. Let's take time and look at our choices. Let's find people with similar values and philosophies. In love for Leo this year, it's more about personal evolution and growth. It's not a great year for you to marry, but it's a great year for you to grow through looking for those people that might be similar to you in value. Remember, you see something and you're in love. Well, those lucky Leos that have gotten married over the past couple of years, good for you. You could be starting your families now, buying homes, etc. But otherwise, if you're still looking, Leo, let's slow it down a little bit. Now, because Leo rules the heart, let's exercise this year. Yoga, cardiovascular workout, and meditation because of stress. Let that become part of your health routines. I think some of the eclipses or the retrogrades are going to aggravate Leos a little bit this year. It's all right, calm down. It's passing. Just remember that, Leo. It passes. They're fire signs, and these people just go off. It's amazing. So calm down and you'll be fine. Let's talk about Virgo a little bit. Virgo. Single Virgos might find new loves this year, and the feeling is I'm moving off of something that no longer suits me and works for me, and I'll tell you why. This is pretty interesting. Love's been a major theme for Virgo since 2013. So in 2013 and 2014, you guys were hot after something or someone. And some Virgos right now are sort of growing from that love, that power, that passion that they've been receiving for the past couple of years. Good affairs might move to marriage, but I will tell you this. Virgo is a bit heady right now. They're confident. The Jupiter is still in your sign until September. So you're really kind of feeling your oats. Some of you may want better relationships. Some marriages are going to break up. Some love affairs are going to break up. And some secret affairs are going to come out in the open. Good for you. You guys have been so busy, huh?
Depends. Huh?
Talk about kind of getting off on your own good luck. As long as your intentions have not been destructive, then your transitions should be okay. During those ecliptic times that I gave you, during March and during September, that can start to unravel relationships that are not doing well, that are not strong. And somewhere, for those March babies, if you're involved with a Virgo, well, that could kind of come apart or blow up on you. And for the very early to mid Virgos, those August Virgos and early September Virgos, the June time, June through September, could bring some stresses to your love affairs. Remember, manipulation, lack of honesty, all of these things are going to backfire this year, and that's from these eclipses, so let's not go there. Let's hopefully clean it up, be honest, be upfront, and then we can move away from this rather explosive energy that you're going to have to let go and move on. Why is this happening? You're being led to two major themes, depth and truth. And those are Virgo lessons in love this year. And this year, Virgo, you're digesting your power. Yes, we've said that. And you're growing more confident. So what are you doing? You're interested in image. You're interested in making money. Image and money making are major themes this year, along with personal pleasure, creativity, and new conquests. New opportunities will present themselves as 2016 opens. Your new solar return, especially in the August and September time of 2015, sparked a new path for some of you. So when we begin the new year, you might already be 6 months into new ideas where you've sort of been looking to grow and looking to make changes for yourself. The sign Virgo rules the intestine, so clean diet, rest, freedom from stress are important this year since you're dealing with image. I want you to keep your bones strong, your ligaments and tendons flexible, and watch the adrenals due to stress. Now, there are a lot of homeopathic energies that you can take to keep your adrenals up to par. That's your energy. That's the ability for your body to function. That's your flight or fight, as a matter of fact. Okay, let's talk about home a little bit here. Well, we've got a combination of influences here. This one was a little tricky to figure out. So although the foundations seem to be strong for most Virgos, it seems to be the Virgo themselves that might be creating a little bit of a flux here. Saturn's in the 4th house, which is squaring you guys, squaring your Virgo sun. And that can create a coldness, or Saturn takes away again. It may be selling the family home. You may want to begin a new adventure with a new home. Others may have kids that are leaving for work or school. Still others may be divorcing or passing. Okay. If the latter is correct, extra care for children may be needed. Many Virgos may be wanting to decorate this year. Let's go to Libra. September 10th. Well, again, Jupiter enters your sign. Huge news, Libra. The best of all planets, the great benefactor, happy, lucky Libra, is entering your sign. Only once every 12 years do we get this lucky little planet. Good fortune, happiness, positive change, but the only bad thing is when Jupiter goes through your sign, watch your weight. You guys have been going through heck in love. Let me see here. So over the past few years, love has been quite a challenge. Many are divorced. Many are discontent. Many just have had a lack of options in love. But this year, you will have opportunity in love, opportunity in fun, opportunity in social. But here's the big but again, one more time. Mars and Uranus are not very stable, and they're in the 5th house of love. Mars is the god of war. Uranus is the great changer, the great awakener. So it's also the planet of divorce, by the way. So you're going to bring people into your life who inspire you, awaken you. Mars rules also sexuality, so they really might suit your fancy, but it might not be long lasting. You might learn, you might grow, you might have a good time, but meeting the one, unless you have other influences in your chart, as I said before, maybe you're a Libra with 5 planets in Virgo. I don't think you're going to meet the one this year, but you could still have a good time. So let's talk about home a little bit there. Whoa, that's another changing theme for the past few years. Many of you have gone through structural changes in your home. Many Libras have lost loved ones. Some of you have already gone through major moves, renovations, changes in home. It's not bad. It will work out. Within the next few years, you guys are going to be back and putting yourself back together again. Some of you, maybe you bought your dream home, but you just have to furnish it now and fix it up the way you want it. Some of you are making income-producing homes. That one family is now 2 family, investing in real estate. Be careful there, though. Just watch your contracts. Saturn in the 3rd house rules contracts. Watch the fine print. But also, this can mean in our home, we are not communicating effectively with our family. It's time to open up or not hold things back. Sometimes you think you're protecting someone because Libra hates confrontation. Don't do that. You're not protecting, you're just going to make a problem later on. Money has been a bit of a pain in the neck for some Libras, but later on this year, if you listen to your intuitive self, I believe money is going to be a little bit better. From September 10th forward, your sign can stabilize finances and bring opportunity for more money, better luck, and a stabilization of legal issues also. Libra. Well, this year, good health can be restored, especially once Jupiter enters your sign after September 10th. Often health mysteries, sometimes you can't cure something, you keep suffering from something. Health mysteries can be solved this year. I still want you to watch stress, overwork, too much partying, bad food. I'm going to give you some health markers this year. I want you to keep your stress low and watch your health. January 1st through the 20th, March 21st through April 20th, June 20th to July 24th, and December 23rd to the 31st. You're going to be extra busy during those periods. Now, because Jupiter can overdo it, that's why I'm sort of signaling this out for you guys. Remember, Libra rules the kidneys also, so I want you to make sure you're drinking enough water. And you've got Neptune in the 6th house, and that's your feet. So I don't know if any of you are having feet problems this year, but you certainly can. And since my computer decided to freak out on me, I have half printed and half not printed. So here we go with Scorpio here. All right, Scorpio. Oh, you are my favorite sign, Scorpio. I love a mystery, and you guys are always in some kind of trouble.
That's right.
They have been.
I know.
They've been fooling around.
I've noticed
and doing
over
bad
the
things.
years, Scorpio is always the one in trouble.
Yeah, but look at Virgo this year. Virgo's been bad. I like that. So, what I like about Scorpios, and I actually have some Scorpios that I know, brand new beginnings in work here. Some of you Scorpios are getting rid of old partners. Some Scorpios have new beginnings in money, new beginnings in business, new trends beginning. Get rid of the old. This year, you could be very prosperous, especially from September 10th on. You're changing your thinking. You're changing your strategy. You're looking to make more money. There are very important interests in finances coming this year, and communication is key. One of the fun things here is dealing with children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews. A lot of that fun stuff up until September 10th. Spirituality will be highlighted from September 10th on with that Jupiter in Virgo. Why? Because that's in your 12th house. You know, your 12th house is secrets, but it's also your spirit life. It's the unseen. It's the mystery of the self. I can't wait. Scorpios are naturally intuitive, so I can't wait to see what you guys get into. Hopefully it's not another affair. Either that'll be an affair with a ghost or something. That should be like the Ghost and Mrs. Muir.
Oh, right. Yeah, love that program.
Yeah, Neptune's in your 5th house of creativity, so you are very, very creative this year. Most Scorpios just like to make money or fool around, so I'm sure you could be pretty creative in both areas. Tremendous opportunity to revamp, transform, and grow your life. I like this one, Scorpio. I like what I'm seeing this year. The past couple of years I've been worried about you. Let me go to your health. Saturn left your sign at the end of December 2014. Well, thank you, God. 2015, rather. And now we're in a time of overall health, energy, rebuilding, transforming. A lot of you are getting into better medicines, better doctors. Many of you are doing proactive health trends, including testing, blood work, MRIs, things like that. Let's go. Health is good, strong this year. Any changes you want to make, changes in medication, changes in habits, let's do it. The only thing that I'm looking at here, these are going to be your vulnerabilities. Let's do it that way. Colon, bladder, sex organs, heart. Why you square Leo? I want you to have that stress test. I want you to be careful of the adrenals because of stress, because you are so exciting this year that you might wear yourself out. And also, believe it or not, sometimes we've got to look to the planet Mars for injuries, and injuries to the head can happen this year. Muscles. If you have weak muscle tone, strengthen it up. Exercise is identified this year, and strengthening the calves and the ankles. Now, when I say exercise, Scorpio, I mean vigorous. Most of you are pretty strong as far as your muscular structure, but obviously, if you are 60 years old, overweight, I don't want you to go running 4 miles because you're going to wind up in the hospital. I want you to take all the stress tests you can, take care of your body, and according to your health, do the most that you can to get back in shape. Uranus is the family planet for you, and it's in the 6th house of health. So keep harmony in your family. Let's not just kind of blow off steam at home. It's going to cause some unrest. It's a good time to do minor changes in your home, what we call, not renovation. I hate to use the word renovation with you guys because Scorpio being so extreme, they'll rip out the house and put a new one in. But it's time to just sort of clean up a little bit, add some happy and positive colors and good things to your house. You could be a bit generous this year. You know, you guys tend to count every penny. But this year, give to your family, give to your loved ones, give back, and you'll find that good things are going to happen. Siblings and loved ones could be restless, could be moving, could be changing your life. You might have something to do with that. The one thing I'm going to say, it's possible through weather-related instances, or if some of you have not been keeping up with older homes and repairs, you might have to do that, rip out and revamp. Well, we hit a little bit on your finances because of your career. You have some very, very rich trends in finances here. This is a wonderful year. Now, I've warned you off investments the past couple of years a little bit here and there. This year, Scorpio, let's invest, let's grow. You could be lucky. I also like you involved in altruistic happenings like charities. Give a little to get a lot. Let's talk about your love life, always a favorite of mine. Love and social life, social activities. Wow, holy Hannah, very prominent this year. So if you get involved in a charity, good for you. You might be the guy or the girl who establishes something new. There's nothing in the cosmos against love, against meeting people. Married couples will most likely stay married. Singles will most likely stay single. You seem more content than you have been in the past. Maybe you guys have learned some very difficult lessons about love, romance, and sexuality. Some of you are deepening your thoughts and your feelings about what you want. Venus is going to spend 2 months, though, out of bounds this year, from October 17th to December 17th. And you might be searching for love, but what I really think you're doing, I think you're searching for you. This was one of the most interesting charts with that Venus out of bounds. I think you need to search inside. Keep that in mind. October 17th to December 17th. I think, let's call it self-improvement. I think it's going to be time to self-improvement and get to know you a little bit better. Okay, let's go on to Sagittarius, my favorite sign.
I wonder why.
I know. Poor Sag. Okay, poor Sagittarius. Well, Sagittarius, Saturn just entered your sign. Rats. So here we go. So Saturn is in your first house. That's kind of a mixed blessing. On one hand, it can bring you prosperity and financial opportunities. It can bring you the feeling of rebuilding, putting your feet back on the ground. But it can dampen your natural enthusiasm for life. Sagittarius loves to laugh. They're always happy, always usually pretty outgoing people. But you're going to get very serious about life this year. You're going to be working really hard. There are tremendous trends for success, so that's really good. But Sag likes to kind of party. Pluto's been in your money house for years now. So what does Pluto do? Transform. How does it do that? It destroys, it takes away, and it makes you build again. A lot of Sagittarians were hit by Hurricane Sandy. Some of them were hit by other natural disasters in life. Some of them have been divorced, and that certainly feels like a natural disaster. But oh boy, can you rebuild? Just unfortunately, less partying, more work this year. Neptune is in your 4th house of home, so a lot of you are going to be looking for the perfect home, refining your sensibilities at home, throwing out all your furniture, and, I don't know, creating a little ashram or a peaceful home this year. Uranus has been in the 5th house for many years. That kind of makes, it's wonderful for your children in one way because it makes them grow up, awaken, become adults. But in other ways, it can make them very difficult to handle. So your children might be highlighted this year where you're going to have to put more energy into them. For you, this is not the year to bounce around and date every Tom, Dick, Harry, George, Sally, Mary, and Josephine. It's time to create a philosophy, create an ideal, and just ask the universe to bring it to you while you're putting your nose to the grindstone and working very hard. Health trends this year. What does Saturn do, Sagittarius? If you've had to lose weight, if you've had to get your checkup, if you have blood work, if you need a medication, guess what? This year, you will have no choice because if you do not listen to your health, you will wind up in a hospital and others will be telling you about health. Let's exercise. From the looks of the past years in Sagittarius, they haven't really been paying too much attention to the energy system in the body. Here's the good news. A new practitioner, a holistic practitioner, a good physician who understands the blood work and what you need, this year you can have it. This year you can find it. Pay attention to your liver, which Sag rules. Your heart, your weight, your neck and throat. What is that? Thyroid. The kidneys and the hips. Remember, when certain systems are out of bound, like the thyroid, every major organ, especially the flushing or cleansing systems, are going to be affected. Home and family this year, well, a lot of you are going to be traveling around this year, and people from a distance. If you have family at a distance or friends at a distance, you're going to be seeing them a lot more this year. That's wonderful. Your connection to your family members and close friends, and even maybe some possible romances, will deepen spiritually this year. I like that. A lot of you are going to be experimenting with spirit. Maybe you're going to be burning sage. Maybe you're going to take up a religion. Maybe you're going to study a new philosophy. Maybe you're going to be taking yoga. Whatever it is that enhances health and mind. Mind this year is big for Sagittarius. Please do that. I see your finances growing. I see new opportunities. I see stability this year. Good for you. Love life, again, as I said, Some of you, I just want you to don't go looking for love. So many Sagittarians are going to be out and about this year. You're going to have opportunity to date many, many people. Unless you're maybe between the ages of 16 to 25, what you should be doing is looking for depth and love. And this year, believe it or not, a few Sagittarians might A, deepen love, or B, find love. Just don't marry them this year. Let's go on to Capricorn. As one of my astrologer, Eugene Moore, used to call it Capricorn. Sorry about that. But I used to think that was funny. Why? Because they're ruled by the planet Saturn, so sometimes they get themselves all stressed out over nothing. But Saturn, your ruler's in Sagittarius, and it's in your solar 12th house. I like that. Because Capricorn can get very involved in life and money and prestige and status. The 12th house is the house of the unseen world and what's really, really important. How does your soul feel? How does your heart feel? How do you feel about your life? You might have all the toys in the world, big cars, big houses. Are you happy? Well, this is the year that we're going to take a look at that. And that Saturn in Sagittarius is going to say, listen, you might not be very happy this year because you've got a lot of toys, but you don't love yourself, or you're not doing the right thing in your profession. Maybe you want to run that multi-billion-dollar company, but you really want to be a ski instructor. So it says, so take some of your money, spend it on yourself. Forget about that next investment that you want to make because it's going to bring you prestige or put your name in lights. Forget about that charity that you're giving to that only really 80% goes to helping people, and 20% and 80% goes to administrative costs. But what do you get? You get your name in lights. And let's go for some depth. Let's go for some reality. Let's go for some true joy in life. Okay, let's talk about health a little bit. Capricorn rules the bones. I want you to watch that. The other thing, the reason why I'm giving you this lecture too, boy, are you prone to some stress this year? If you don't let go and grow up a little bit, you're going to have some health problems with stress, and it could attack the heart, it's going to attack the gut, and it could imbalance the endocrine system. The good news is you could heal in a heartbeat. All you have to do is awaken, and good things can happen. Home and family, a lot of breakups this year. If it's a strong relationship, it stays, and maybe next year after, it might go to marriage. If it's weak, would you please let go? You don't like to let go either. Finances, increasing trends, growth, yes, but some of you may, if you have a faulty foundation, what is your 12th house? The way you have undone yourself, let's say. If you have been growing through ego and faulty foundations, Capricorn, it will crumble this year. And then you're going to have to rebuild. So if you've done the right thing, great. If you've done the wrong thing, okay. Well, then we're just going to have to rebuild. Now, let's talk about Aquarius a little bit here. Aquarius, well, I kind of like this. That Saturn in Sagittarius is going to support you, Aquarius. Some of you guys have been going through hell and back here. Jupiter's going to enter Virgo on September 10th, and travel. You guys are traveling. Unbelievable this year. Foreign travel as well as local travel. Building new businesses. Neptune's been in your money house for years now. So every time you get a dollar bill, it seems to disappear. That's okay. There are spiritual laws of abundance happening. And it just says, don't try to hold on to the money. Hold on to the joy. And this year, finances get better, especially after September. Work gets better. You might be building your dreams, building your dream companies, finding your dream job, going through personal transformation, increasing your intellectual interests. Some of you may be doing spiritual studies, bringing in new friends, getting your name out there more. This is a year of great fulfillment and personal transformation. Some of you are going to be buying your dream home this year also. So home looks really good. I want you in your health, I want you to take care of your heart, your circulatory system, your legs, your calves, your ankles. I want you to be careful with your stomach. Oh, that looks like it's going to be a little bit of a problem here. And I don't think you're eating right, and I don't think you've been eating right for a couple of years. Home and family, you might rebel from the family and, I don't know, go live in a kibbutz this year. Your finances are wonderful. They're on the increase. as long as you follow the higher trends of good. Do not give your money away. You know, the Aquarians, some of them are so kind. Don't give money away this year, because if you give it away now, you're going to find that you need it later. Okay, we're going to move on to Pisces now, since we have no time left, because I must be babbling over here. All right, so let's talk a little bit about Pisces. Now, you know, Pisces is the opposite of Virgo. So I'm going to say the same thing. If you're already in relationships and it's a healthy, hardworking relationship where the both of you are succeeding, wonderful. If you're involved in anything that has been sort of under the covers, let's say, Pisces, be careful. That eclipse in your sign could blow your secrets out of the water. Now, I find Pisces to be highly perceptive, very intuitive. So listen to your intuitions, your body, your image. We're trying to refine it. We're trying to make you more spiritual. We're trying to get you out of the ego, and we're trying to get your feet on the ground. Uranus in your money house for the past few years has been bringing money up and down and up and down. Make sure we're spending our time maybe not behind closed doors or in secret affairs, but let's make some money this year. Your money can build your reputation through either concerns for family or friends, or maybe even just your being involved or too stuck in yourself. Your reputation may have been faltering the past couple of years. After September of this year, you're going to rethink, redo, and grow. I want you to get your health back in order. You guys have been neglecting your health a little bit too much. Some of you can be moving, renovating, and increasing your home and family. Family members, elders, pets, whatever it is, good things coming. What are we doing with you, Pisces? We're getting you out of your own way this year. The past couple of years have been a little blurry, so we're going to put you back after September of this year. We're going to put you back together. Finance, career, reputation, interest. What are you building? You're building a spiritual base. You're listening to your intuition. You're getting rid of negative relationships, and you're growing this year. Take time for your health. I want you to watch kidneys, liver, feet, legs, and heart.
And with that, we have to close the show.
Oh, my goodness. Wow, holy Hannah, look at that. You're
Well,
doing credits on
Thank
me.
you, everyone. Yes, we are. And thank you, everyone, for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was informative, and see what happens next year now. Take care. Good night.